Hey guys, welcome back. This segment, we're just going to show you guys a couple of items that we have available today in your bags for today, or for this week, I should say. A couple of things we've got are chayotes and red pears. For a lot of people in Mexican households, they are definitely used to chayote. It's something that we consume in a lot of our soups such as pozole. I'm sorry, not pozole. Caldo de res is a very popular one. I know a couple of people that actually make soups just out of the chayote by itself with a couple of other herbs and vegetables that they put in. So what is chayote? Chayote is actually classified as a squash or as a gourd, right? They're very thin skin. They actually originate out of Mexico, and they can be eaten both raw and, like I said, cooked in caldos or just other stews that we make in our culture. They go great with spicy foods. They go great with salty foods in general. It is actually also a fruit. It's the fruit of a very specific cactus, I believe. Everything about it is edible. The skin, the seeds, the flesh, and even the flowers that actually grow on it over on this end are edible. If you're going to eat it raw, it's got a nice crisp texture to it. A lot of people like to shred it up and put it in salads, maybe like a coleslaw or something heartier, maybe with like a kale and a couple different grains added to that. It'll make a delicious, refreshing, crisp salad. So that's chayote for you guys. Take a good look at it. It's delicious. For consistency, it has very much somewhere between like a squash and a potato. If it overcooks, it does become kind of gooey like you would with an overcooked squash. But if it is undercooked, then you do have that crisp bite to it that you would get from kind of like an undercooked potato, except that these are a lot more delicious when they're undercooked than a potato is. Next thing we have available to you are red pears. Now, red pears are quite delicious. I'm sure many of you have seen them at some of our supermarkets in town. These are very similar in texture to brown Bartlett pears, I believe they're called. And so they're definitely a little bit more on the mealy side, a lot more firm that you get from your regular green pears, the Anjous, and but they are sweeter than the brown pears. So they kind of fall somewhere, in my opinion, somewhere between a nice ripened green pear and the brown pears that we see. They're delicious. They go great by themselves. I actually I like to sit down and chomp away on these with some chamoy or some tajin. They're delicious like that. You can also put them in salads. They're a great addition. Slice them up. You get nice thin slices of them. They're crisp. They hold up pretty well. So if you're making a salad for lunch at work, you can put it together. They're not going to really oxidize on you. They're going to hold well. They're not going to get wilty or anything like that. So yeah, enjoy the pears, enjoy the chayotes, and we'll see you guys next week with a new edition of What's in the Red Bag.